Thank you for joining me. This is your NTM. Today, I'm bringing you a hypnosis that is all about feeling motivated, powerful, and ready to accomplish whatever it is you have set out to do. This is one of the most powerful and beneficial techniques I have ever studied in all of hypnosis. It also is a very quick hypnosis for how effective it is. As with any hypnosis, please do not listen to this while you are driving a car or operating heavy machinery. Now, please sit or lay down comfortably in a quiet environment. This will only take a few moments, but it's important for you to be able to focus on what we are doing. Before we even begin, there are two things that I need you to think about. The first one is what we call the desired activity, the thing you need motivation for, the project that you've been procrastinating on, the goal that you're trying to accomplish, whatever it is. If you want to eat less, exercise more, whatever it is, this is the desired activity. Take a second to think about what it is you want motivation for today. You could always come back and do other ones as well, but focus on just one for now. The second thing I need you to think about is what we call the pleasure activity. This is something that either you do regularly or that you have done before that brings you nothing but joy. Something that when you think about it makes you feel really happy. And it's something that you're excited to do and that you would do again without hesitation. An activity that you really love, for example. For me, this could be taking a vacation or spending some time at the beach. So take a second and find your pleasure activities. There's only one restriction for your pleasure activity. It cannot directly conflict with your desired activity. For example, if the thing you're trying to get motivated for is to eat healthier, your pleasure activity cannot be binge eating chocolate. It can't conflict like that. Anything else works, anything at all. So take a second to find your desired activity, the thing we are working on, and your pleasure activity, the thing that brings you tons of happiness. Okay, now that you have these two things, we're ready to start. So make sure you're sitting or laying down comfortably. Uncross everything, arms, legs, whatever. If you're seated, put your feet flat on the floor and put your hands either by your thighs or by your side, whatever feels more comfortable. Shake your head around a little. This feels really good and it gets the tension out. It goes both ways. When you're done, tilt your head forward and close your eyes. You have to close your eyes. It is extremely important to keep your eyes closed. Good. Now we're going to start with a deep breath of air in. Go ahead and take a nice deep breath of air in and all the way out. In, 2, 3, 4, and out, 2, 3, 4. Breathing deeply relaxes the entire body. So take another deep breath of air. In, 2, 3, 4, and out, 2, 3, 4. And as you feel that relaxation taking over, you might want to shift around a little bit to get even more comfortable. It's totally up to you. I want you to be as comfortable as you could possibly be. And let's do one last deep breath of air. In, 2, 3, 4, and 3, 4, and allow yourself to completely give in to that relaxation as you sit here comfortably relaxing, feeling really good right there with that relaxation fully taking over, going deeper and deeper with every breath you take, every sound you hear, every word I say. And now that you're sitting there nice and relaxed, I want you to focus on your pleasure activity. Remember that activity that you thought of, the one that makes you feel nothing but joy when you're doing it, or even just thinking about it, the one that makes your heart really happy. Think of that activity right now. Imagine yourself doing it right now. Notice how great you feel. Notice how amazing it is. Notice how you can do this forever. It's just the greatest feeling to be part of this activity. Focus on that. I want you to really see an image right now, right in front of you. Build an image of yourself doing that activity. A still image, a picture. Hold it right there in a frame that represents exactly how you feel when you're doing this. Now step into that image. Imagine doing it. Look at that picture and imagine how good you feel. Is there something you're hearing? Or is it just purely the emotion and the visual that makes you feel how great this activity is? Focus on that. Really build that image. Very good. Look at that image, and now allow it to fade away slowly. That image fades away. You remember what it looks like, but let it fade away. Very good. Now I want you to take a second to just think of nothing. Just think of how comfortable you are right now. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, and out, 2, 3, 4. And maybe with every breath, you get even more and more relaxed. And now I want you to think of the other activity, the desired activity, the thing that you are about to get extremely motivated for. I want you to think about that activity. I want you to imagine yourself doing this activity or getting ready to do it. Really picture it. Imagine yourself right in the middle of that action. And again, I want you to build an image right in front of you. See this picture, this image, this still image of you doing this activity. Freeze that image and look at it. Analyze it. I want you to make it really vivid. Is there a color? Is there a color associated in this image that you're seeing? Is there a frame around the image that allows you to make it more vivid, more memorable? Really build a solid picture of this activity. Take a second. Very good. Now let go of that. Once again, allow it to just fade to black as you breathe, relaxing, sinking, drifting, feeling just really comfortable right there in your chair. Now I want you to imagine, really vividly imagine, right in front of you, about 5 or 6 feet away, that first image, the pleasure activity. Bring it right up, but place it in your mind about 5 or 6 feet in front of you. Notice how the second you bring that image up, you feel that excitement. You feel that joy. You feel that happiness. Those emotions just take over completely, and it feels great, doesn't it? But now, about a foot or two in front of you, is that second image, the desired activity. Imagine that one right in front of you, blocking your view of the pleasure activity. You know the pleasure activity is there, but you can't see it because you're blocked by this great big desired activity. The second image, really imagine that in front of you. See that still picture right in front of you. It's bigger. It's all you can look at. It's right in front of you. Really picture it there. And now, in the middle of that image, I want you to imagine that you're taking your finger and you're poking a hole right through that image. If the second one, the desired one, you're making a hole in that image. And that hole is growing. And it's growing. And it's growing. And right through that hole, really imagine this hole opening up. And through it, you could see the pleasure activity. And just by seeing the pleasure activity through this hole, you feel excited. You feel great. You feel so happy. And just when you feel that emotion, because you could see that activity back there 5 or 6 feet away, that hole closes up. It closes up. It closes up. It closes up. And once again, you're only looking at the desired activity, the second image. Once again, take your finger and poke a hole right in the middle of that. And notice how that hole gets bigger again. Maybe it's faster this time. And again, you can see the pleasure activity. And you feel so great. And you feel so happy and excited. And you can see it clearly now. That hole is growing. You can see right through this first frame to that pleasure activity. And again, the hole closes and closes and closes, and now it's gone. And all you're looking at is the desired activity. One third and final time, I want you to imagine taking your finger, poking a hole right in the middle of that frame, and that hole gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and you can see the pleasure activity, and you are feeling great. and that hole closes. But that emotion is still there. You know it's there. You feel excited. You feel happy. So excited. Notice how great that feels. But now you're only looking at the desired activity, the second frame, right in front of you. But something is different, isn't it? It feels different to look at it, doesn't it? And that was you. Breathe, and those images kind of fade away, always in your subconscious mind. We're not thinking about it consciously. You allow yourself, with every breath, to maintain that excitement, that motivation, that great feeling. And with another breath, you know what this means. You found a new excitement and your pleasure towards this activity. And you know how great it's going to feel when you do it. When you're done, how accomplished you'll feel, how great you'll feel, how happy you'll be. And take another breath in, 2, 3, 4, and out, 2, 3, 4, and in, 2, 3, 4, and out, 2, 3, 4. And now we'll have you breathe. You allow yourself to come back into the room once more, opening your eyes, coming right back into the room, feeling great. Okay, so that was it. Now some of you right now are just beaming with motivation. You're excited. You're ready to go attack your challenges. And some of you feel really nice and relaxed because that relaxation worked really well for you. Let me know in the comments how you feel, how this works, if you appreciate this kind of content, and if you want more content like this. Once again, please remember to support my Patreon so that I can have improved equipment to bring better hypnosis recordings to you. The link is in the description box below. Thank you so much for joining me, and have a beautiful day.